Riiswalker is a new shotgun added to Iron Banner in Season of the Splicer, and this one has the potential to be one of the most deadly shotguns in the game. So it can roll with quickdraw, plus it can also roll with Iron Reach, meaning you're going to be able to dispatch anyone quickly and easily with this shotgun in your hand. So today, I'm going to go through the weapon stats, the god rolls to chase for PVE and PVP, plus how to get Riiswalker, the new legendary shotgun, in Destiny 2. Well, Riiswalker is a legendary kinetic shotgun with a lightweight frame, meaning it's got superb handling, and you move faster with this weapon equipped. And looking at the stats, we've got 65 for impact, 50 for range, 49 for stability, 74 for handling, 66 for reload speed. It's an 80 rounds per minute shotgun with 6 in the magazine. Well, next up, let's have a look at the PvP and the PvE god rolls. So for PvP, quick draw and Iron Reach, it's definitely got to be the best roll out there. So Iron Reach is one of the exclusive Iron Banner perks, which massively improves range at the cost of stability. So if you do happen to have Iron Reach plus a stability masterwork, then that one would be a super useful combination. So the fact that this rolls with quick draw is great, seeing as Fellwinter's Lie and Astral Horizon had quick draw removed at the start of the Season of the Splicer. There's also Hipfire Grip and Killing Wind. That is a pretty popular roll out there with the community at the moment. But quick draw and Iron Reach is far and away the most popular combination at the moment, with about 25% of players who've got Riiswalker using that combination of perks. So there's definitely lots of benefits for PvP, but if you want to use this one in PvE content, then Surplus and Vorpal Weapon would be a good roll. You've also got Slideways and Swashbuckler. That would be a decent roll for PvE too, and Swashbuckler is always good for PvE focused builds. Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get Riiswalker in Destiny 2. So to get this shotgun, you do have to run the Iron Banner quest in Season of the Splicer. So what you want to do is go and speak to Lord Saladin when Iron Banner is on and pick up the seasonal quest for Season of the Splicer. And Lord Saladin, he's on the roof in the tower. So what you want to do is go up the stairs near the Cryptarch and you'll find Lord Saladin on the roof there and just pick up that quest. So Iron Banner is the only place that you can get this shotgun to drop at the moment, and it's a reward at the end of the 4th step of the quest after you get the sniper kills. So normally you would be able to hand in tokens to Lord Saladin at the tower and get the Iron Banner weapons in the loot pool. However, there is a bug with Riiswalker and also Archon's Thunder, and Bungie are aiming to get this fixed before the next Iron Banner, which starts on the 8th of June. But at the moment there is a bug, so Riiswalker and Archon's Thunder isn't dropping when you hand in tokens. So the only way that you can get this at the moment is by doing that Iron Banner quest. So basically you're just going to get one drop before the next Iron Banner. So if you're watching this guide before the 8th of June, I wouldn't go dumping all of your Iron Banner tokens into Lord Saladin. If you're looking for a good roll on the Riiswalker, we are going to have to wait for Bungie to let us know when it's in the Iron Banner loot pool. But as I said before, they are targeting the next Iron Banner, which starts on the 8th of June 2021. Well, that is a bit about the Riiswalker stats, the PvP and PvE god rolls, and also how to get Riiswalker. But next up, I want to have a look at the Riiswalker lore. Loads of really good stories this season, and loads of really interesting interactions between the Fallen and the Guardians of the Last City. So let's see what we've got in this lore tab. So we've got Riiswalker lore. No, I will not allow a Fallen to fight in the banner. That right is reserved for Guardians alone. But if you insist, I may allow a Guardian to carry a Fallen Forged weapon into battle. You're a weaponsmith, are you not? That's Lord Saladin to an unknown Elixni. A hurl bottle strikes an Elixni in the head, sending him staggering to the side in a crowded street. Glass glitters on the ground. People gathered in a semicircle around him to shout invectives and slurs as he bleeds midnight blue from a deep cut to his brow. He's got nowhere to run, cornered between neon-lit club pulsing with bass beats of rhythmic music and an alley blocked off by rubble left over from the Red War. Please, no harm. Rix's friend, he cries, 2 hands clutching his head, another held out flat as if to ward off the crowd. Looking for brother, missing, please. The crowd doesn't care. They continue to work themselves up into a fervour. Lakshmi 2's words fill their mouths, many of them too young or too naive to realise it. Rixis can't understand so many unfamiliar languages shouted at him at once, but he understands the tone of violence well. His posture says everything. The fear in his eyes carries an additional nuance, and he fears what happened to his brother. Hate begins to take root in his heart. A foundry worker steps out of the crowd, threateningly racking a round into a shotgun. He aims down at the Elixni, hands trembling. "You want to ask about family?" the human yells. Vrixis doesn't know what he's talking about. "Your people kidnapped my sister. She was running supplies from Earth to Titan. You raided it." Vrixis does not, and he's cut off by a blast from the shotgun that pulverizes the street beside him. Vrixis crumples to his knees and cowers. "Please," he says, and in the same motion picks up a broken piece of the bottle he'd been hit with earlier to defend himself. The crowd screams in outrage. When the foundry worker advances on Vrixis and racks up another round with the shotgun, there's a sudden cold snap that fills the air with mist. The shotgun flash freezes, shatters like glass, and scatters into pieces of blue-black stasis. The worker recoils, clutching his half-frozen arm, screaming. Vrixis sees the crowd part behind his attacker, and a hunter, clad in black and gold with luminous markings on her armour, strides towards them both. Darkness coalesces around her hand, and stasis crystals drift like tiny moons around her. "That's enough," Aisha shouts. "You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Look at you." Aisha grabs the injured foundry worker by the collar with her free hand and shoves him back into the crowd. "Clear out of here before I clear you out. Now." The wind swirls around Aisha's feet, kicking up the crystalline debris and the whirling threads of darkness, and the crowd recedes like a violent tide, some tripping over others in their haste to flee. As the crowd disperses, Aisha dismisses the sickle of stasis, and the swirling wind at her feet fades as well. She turns, looking at Vrixis, and offers a hand out to him. "I'm sorry," she says with a tightness in her voice, and he cannot see her expression behind the facade of her helmet. Vrixis does not take the offered hand, and his eyes show the same fear, the same hate. "It's okay," Aisha says slowly, offering her hand again. "You're safe now. They're not safe." Vrixis snaps at Aisha, his eyes dipping down to her hand and then back up to her helm. "You are just like Eramis, mind poisoned." Aisha's breath hitches in the back of her throat. She slowly lowers the offered hand, closing gloved fingers into a briefly formed fist. "You're hurt. At least let me escort you to a medical." Her voice trails off. Vrixis is already backing down an alley, blue eyes locked on her. She feels a weight on her shoulders, in her heart. The Elixni disappears into the shadows, leaving Aisha alone under an endless night sky. Well, really interesting stuff there again from the lore, and loads of conflict going on in the last city this season with fallen and humans living side by side. You can definitely see what the writers at Bungie are trying to do. There's a lot of comparisons here between the modern world and Bungie, definitely bring up some interesting points. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think of the Riiswalker shotgun, and let me know what roles you got and what roles you're also chasing. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get Riiswalker in Destiny 2. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. See you soon.